Good evening, hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? Hope you're well. I'm Loxley, Sailor of Strategy, the Capri Card Shark, the board game goat. Are we about to eviscerate a corpse? Well, Daisy, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is that yes, we are almost certainly going to do horrible mistakes to this corpse. The plus side is the corpse will probably still come out better than Harry Dubois' actual body. Also, that's fun. We have an actual name. We know the name of our guy. We are now playing Harry Dubois. I say bad news like that's not why you're here. That is fair. Also, hey Gail, hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's delightful to see you here. How's everyone's week going? How's everyone doing? I've realised I'm doing all right. You know what? I'm actually. It seems it seems a very, like, in some contexts it seems a little bit of a unfortunate situation, but this is the first time in days I felt happy. Which, like, you know, not that I've not enjoyed my streams and not, but I've just had a bit of a low grade funk, going on. But yeah, I've actually just had a really good day. I'm feeling genuinely enthused. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's one of those things where it's like I don't know. I should probably put the neurodivergency tag on these streams at some point. Low grade funk is a cool band name. A cool band name, a shitty symptom. Also, hey SJ, hope you're doing well. But yeah, I've just kind of just had a bit of a rough time. Dealing with some stuff. Unfortunately, it's one of these things where depression is the symptom. The exact cause is a little bit of a weird symptom syndrome do be hitting. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. But you know what? I'm in a good mood today. I'm looking forward to playing more of this game. I'm looking forward to chatting with people. I'm also just looking forward to, like, this has been my nostalgia week. Not because of Disco Elysium, though obviously going back to Harry is clearly nostalgic for disco. But yeah, I've been doing lots of stuff with the. You know what you bet would help? Overthrowing capitalism. It's true, both IRL and in this game. But that being said, I've got to say, like, capitalism was responsible for, like, my nice nostalgia buzz this week, because over the weekend I went to see the Mario movie, and then yesterday I spent the evening watching the new Power Rangers special, which honestly, like, you know, stake your, you know, manage expectations, but I enjoyed, because it's Power Rangers and it's shit I grew up on. It literally, I was there for the very first series, so I have some very fond memories of that show. Your therapist keeps being up Marxist ideology, and honestly, it slaps. Nice, good therapist. David Yost, good. Yeah, honestly, I had a lot of, like, considering he had clearly a bad time the first go round, like, I'm really glad that he has kind of come through the other end, and is able to, like, celebrate this thing and come back and be, like, the central character in that miniseries, and think, yeah, this is something that I want to come back to. And yeah, honestly, there were some really nice touches in that special as well. Like, you know, they did the Megazord transformation. It was great. I had fun. It was a lot of fun. Not perfect by any means, but it's a American made nostalgia grab on Netflix. Like, you know, keep it with those expectations in mind. Fucking awesome. Had a great time with it. Anyway, let's play Disco Elysium. Okay, and as I said, do we have a? Oh, we have a skill point. Oh God, what's going to help with skill? What skill is going to help with perception? No, I should definitely boost perception. Yes, I should. No, I should definitely. Yeah, I should definitely boost perception. Like, physical calculus is already pretty good. I'm going to boost perception before we go into the autopsy. That just seems like a good idea. For the love of fuck, perceive things. As a young person who didn't know how they felt and why about attraction, finding out about David's story meant a lot to you and made him even more of a hero. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I always really liked Billy, to the extent that when my kid got a stuffed Triceratops for Christmas, that thing has been is called Billy. It's adorable. It's just like, you know what, it's a Triceratops. It's gonna get called Billy. The love of fuck, perceive things. All your friends at you very recently. Moving swiftly on. Anyway, oh, hello, there's tear there. Hang on. Let's get my priority. Oh, I've already got the right thing. Grab that. Grab it. I need money. Here we are in a field with kids gonna gut this man. I mean, to be honest, probably better the man than the kid. Let's be real. Okay, let's do this.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Oh, hang on. I need to quickly... I have realised there's one thing. Because I do have in my clothes... Let's just make sure I'm doing... Oh, you know what? I could actually... No, I definitely want an interface. That's Esprit de Cop. Reaction speed. I think I'm going to want some reaction speed. Like, I don't think I need rhetoric for this. I also don't think I need drama. So I have neat office shades. Honestly, like, I know they say a bit dry. I like those glasses. They look nice. At what point in the game do we get to kiss Kim? You're looking it up. The hangman is just kind of the man now, right? It is, but the name of the case stands. This is a look, I know, right? I can only assume we're going to cut him open with these chain cutters. Conceptualization? Do I want conceptualization? I probably want conceptualization instead of drama. Hang on. There we go. We're going to be vaguely police adjacent with my tear bag. Oh, there's an actual answer from the developers. Ah, cool. Right.
The rotting man.
Yes, thank you.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Why can't we kiss Kim? Because the thing about desire is that it's not strong when it's not totally satisfied. I mean, you know what? A valid response. Roll up to your work wearing gardening gloves, carrying a plastic sack, knit cap, and shades. Absolutely.
Come on, officer. You know what a field autopsy is. You've done 100 of them.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit.
Okay, we've heard all this.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity.
I mean, very reasonable. All right.
I'll ask you when I need you to. For the most part, maybe I should handle the contact and you take notes?
Corpus Mundi, body of the world. Yeah, it would be. We just fill this in, right? Showing the red field autopsy form in your ledger.
That's right.
You knew it because you inspected your ledger. The lieutenant is relieved you know the protocol.
Oh, actually reading things is a benefit. Amazing. Examining things. Who'd have thought? Open your ledger at the field autopsy form.
The dead man stares in silence as you crack open the ledger. The bright red paper is covered in boxes and lists, describing the condition of his skin and organs in 3 parts. Above those, an 11-field info form needs filling out first. It begins with...
Okay, 1 assistant.
That's you.
Yeah, we're going to write Harry Dubois.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings, just lies there. The next box says,
Coroner's case number.
KK57-08.
KK equals Kim Kitsuragi. 57 equals Precinct 57, followed by his date 0803 and time of arrival 0815 on the scene. He's indexed the case after himself, not you.
This just seems way too petty, and let's be honest, me arriving at the scene means shit all.
Next.
Name.
NA. Next. NA.
Age.
Roughly 50.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side.
We didn't start doing our job until now, yeah. Ooh. You know what? This is a success. It's visual calculus. I'm going to write about 42. Also, because it's a good number.
He nods.
Race.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. This is as vague as it gets. You might as well say whitish. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks neither mondial nor anything other.
Sex. The little monster exclaims energetically. Tedious.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Right, male.
Nor does he look male, with his pregnant belly and indistinguishable face.
I mean, I will say this is probably the most accurate portrayal of deprived children I've seen in media. So, you know what? I can't fault them for they won't let us have sex, kids. Desire can't be fulfilled.
We're still going with March 4th. 51.
Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay. So we are clearly somewhat European. 0403.
What else?
I actually...
Body identified by is non-applicable. 10. Case number is the same as the coroner's case.
Interesting. I wonder if this is different in the American release. You were deprived, you weren't an arsehole about it? Fair.
KK 57 0503 0815 listens motionless, with the cargo belt still around his neck. Only one box remains.
Evidence of
None.
treatment.
At least not after the initial examination. Interfering with the body's position or wounds post-mortem.
Oh, yeah. I still think he wasn't. He was dead before he got here.
They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for untrained dog walkers.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Ecclesiastic, religious in nature, a holdout from pre-DeLorean burial rites. It takes him 2 seconds to perform.
Oh, sign of the cross.
Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed behind Rosencrantz Row, Lieutenant Nick Feuerbat puts his hand to the chest of a small corpse, no larger than a monkey. It's raining outside, light drizzle. There is darkness in the shed.
Oh, please don't go where you are. I think you're going.
Elsewhere yet, an obese
Okay,
female
fine.
sits
It's
in
not
a
going into
chair,
detail.
her silhouette bull-like against the window. Outside, Grand Coudon. The day is turning dim for Sergeant Mac Dawson. Hand extended, he approaches, to make sure she is dead more than anything else. The building is tall, 7 stories wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of the apartments are unoccupied. This was a suicide. The other, an accident. The small one.
Yeah, it's more. I'm a little bit. I don't know. I think I'm understandably a little bit. For what I feel are obvious reasons, I'm a little bit I am a little bit skeeved out when there is just like random mentions of child death or child murder. It's what I feel a fairly understandable point. Skinamarink messed you up like that. Oh yeah, not hot and dead kids. I mean, who amongst us is? But yeah, it just kind of like I was worried that that this paragraph was gonna like go into more depth, which I'm glad it didn't.
And so, all across Jamrock, Coal City, GRIH, 42 deceased persons found today, 42 stations of breath.
See, honestly, you should consume horror movies like I do, SJ, just by looking up the plots on Wikipedia and never watching the actual film. Because that's the only reason I know what Skinamarink is.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its surroundings. A thicket of boxes and lists and red copy paper.
I'm glad it's not just me.
Why?
Like, I'm broadly interested in like the plots of horror movies and the twists, but it's like M Night Shyamalan. It's like just give me like the 2-minute read on Wikipedia. It's like, okay, interesting concept, interesting plot. Oh, that's the twist. Okay, sure, move on with my life. As a person without children and with neglect issues, Skinamarink hit you different than your friends by all accounts. Oh. They scare you too much? I don't know. I'm like, I used to be very. I mean, to be honest, I was not a fan of horror movies. I think I used to not be. I'm still like. I think now it's more a case of I'm not super interested in them. Like, I can appreciate some horror movies and I appreciate like tension, but yeah, I don't know. I was a very sensitive child, so I think it's just like now I'm just generally disinterested in horror. Like the horror movies I've seen, like I don't know, I enjoyed things like The Grudge and several horror movies like that. You hate horror of visuals? Yeah, actually, that's kind of interesting that you edit several horror podcasts. You were a sensitive child, now you're a freaky horror weirdo. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like you go one of two ways. Either you go into all the horror, or you're like, take it or leave it. Right. 1. External examination.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
You can't listen to anything that isn't horror. See, I'm kind of like, I appreciate the aesthetic of horror. I'm kind of like, for somebody who is in a lot of horror podcasts, it's like it's fine. I enjoy the aesthetic. I enjoy the artistry of it. It's not something I kind of go out of my way to listen to. You love horror art and horror movies and horror podcasts and horror comics and horror novels. Actually, horror comics, that is the distinction. I really love horror comics. I've read some absolutely amazing horror comics. I highly recommend the art. Yes, actually, Kale, I don't know if you're particularly interested in like Arthurian mythos, but if you want a really cool horror comic, you should check out Once and Future by Kieran Gillen. I read that recently, and holy shit, that entire series is great. Both the art and the plot, just delightful.
See, it's happening.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
Yeah, I will remind you, just to give you a quick overview, Once and Future is a horror comic in which a group of neo-Nazis attempt to resurrect Arthur to fulfill the prophecy of, in England's darkest time, Arthur will return. Turns out they resurrect Arthur, who was a Celt and really not a huge fan of the Anglo-Saxons, who he promptly murders. But then he kind of wants to murder everybody in the UK tainted by Anglo-Saxon blood, and it's like, well, that's everyone. Or, well, a lot of people. A lot of people in England. But yeah, I highly recommend it. A lot of fun. Some really good gore.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Well, glad I didn't try and pull one off.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design. Tattoos. The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a map of the night sky. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
Pigeons from Hell. I will check it out. Thanks, SJ. I will have a look. We're going to do a quick Google search for that right now, because otherwise I'm going to forget. Oh, wow. That is an old comic. Was there like a new, like a comic book version of it done? Fancy seeing me here. Well, fancy seeing you here at this place we're both at. How you doing, Thurk? Hope things are good. Hope you're well.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini.
2008 adaptation of a Robert Howard short story. Cool. Things are well, just working the usual. Well, I hope that you enjoy the soothing sounds of autopsy.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end. Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Is that why I have a bit of a thing?
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch, wet.
Pigeons tells the story of a damned house with a wicked past whose vile form casts a shadow of death on all who dare to enter. At dusk, as the sun slumps below the horizon, scores of pigeons can be seen flocking from the house in waning sunlight. The pigeons, they say, are the souls of the damned escaping from the very bowels of hell itself. Well, do you know what? If I ever do decide to read a book on stream, I will remember that one. That sounds kind of fun.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a rag doll's head.
You really like pigeons.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
I bet Kuno's going to object to that. Okay, lividity consistent with hanging. That's interesting.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max.
Cock off, kid.
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
See, I told you.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation. Ligature mark.
The lieutenant produces a small folding knife, with the other hand pulling on the belt. He starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. Yeah, how's the... in fact, I can answer this. I can answer this one for you, Daisy. Thurk's back is well rested. Their ribs are doing well. They're now just waiting for X-rays for the legs.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the bell so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
The lega. Nice. I'm really sorted.
Always good to think ahead. Now,
Push the rope.
we need to cut the bell to see the ligature mark below. Carefully, with as much precision as you can.
Thank you, Locke. Sailor of strategy, holder of medical records. It's fine.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Rough. Okay, fine. Why are we Kuno's pig? Because I didn't punch him. Oh, you have a spine holder? Please succeed.
After some deliberation,
Oh, thank God.
you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow. Snap! The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
Lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curdled meat is gentlest, pulling up.
12 hours at desk long to run to remember posture so you have back support. That makes a lot of sense.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact, genitalia...
Kim, we probably should have done that one later.
No, it's gonna happen, see?
I fucking knew it!
This is clearly what they've been waiting for, ever since the autopsy began. The lieutenant is trying to make it as boring as possible.
Good on you, Kim.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
We're just going to... Anything that annoys Kuno and disappoints him is something I'm going to actively pursue.
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
Maybe a... No, because the revolution was 50 years ago. This guy's not a vet of any degree.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Okay, so combat, but probably not revolutionary.
Mm-hmm. We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item. Hands.
You know what? I've got the visual calculus going on. I've got I've got a few bits going on, so...
His flesh is cold. Icy.
Cool, that's...
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name? I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate it.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Hi, what the fuck? This is just all in my head. You can actually notice where these things happen. Like, you can see there are times... So, if Harry is actually talking, it actually gives quotation marks around, whereas all of this is very clearly not quoted. So I'm doing that. This is all inside my head. Harry, if you want to be homosexual, Kim is right there.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Ah, yes, because if there were signs of struggling, it would indicate he was conscious.
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Harry, where are you going with this?
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
Brain is very vulnerable. I mean, you're not wrong.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
You know what? I made Kim smile.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it. Gently, a rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Grim.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
By the neck? The fuck are you on, small child?
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
He's too young to understand. Who? Thurk? Thurk is only a few years younger than me.
Respiratory system.
You meant Kuno. Yeah, that's fair.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
Thurk, a baby, a small child, even younger than I. Definitely not.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his. It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat.
Actually 8 years old.
Contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking. Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
I mean, I would struggle to say you're even that old.
Hepatobiliary. NA. Ah. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Which is Inland Empire again? It is hunches and gut feelings, dreams and waking life. It is the unfiltered wellspring of imagination, emotion, and foreboding. It enables you to grope your way through invisible dimensions of reality, gaining insight into that which sight can't see. What's really going? What do these enigmatic riddles mean for the world fate? Kind of intuition, but also a slight degree of I think a lot of the checks involving the paranormal mystic intuition, yeah.
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there? Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. but still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits lividity in the lower extremities, feet, hands, and neck, visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
This is the last field on the list. He looks around to the ground. The pool of feces there. It's the party time. Get your drugs out.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Write it down. Omit the voila.
What's next on the list?
Descriptions of
Let's see.
injuries.
We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Okay.
And your opinion, officer?
Yeah. Bite marks. Yeah. Non-fatal
Agreed.
post-mortem.
Next injury?
Yeah. By the way, what's the 4th
Nothing.
injury field for?
Just in case.
Okay, fine.
So,
Contusions.
the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath the description of injury, 2 boxes.
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured. The cervical
Thrown
bone
like a little
intact.
baby.
I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
I still like everything Kim is saying says it is hanging, but I kind of want to know. The thing is, there wouldn't be anything from a tox screening right now.
That's it.
I mean, right
We
now.
have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Well, we established probable cause of death. Some would say that's the goal.
Okay, we're still saying it is probable. Cool.
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I would not hold my breath.
What
We were
else?
thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
Oh yeah, well done, Master Detective. Maybe a drink is in order?
Do you know what? Honestly, given this, possibly.
Now, you see, that worries me. You will die if you drink. You know that, don't you? You are proving a useful detective. The organization would miss you.
Aww. That's actually that's the sweetest thing anybody's ever said to me, as far as I know.
Please get yourself together, the lieutenant from Precinct 57 thinks.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg for processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at a slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again. Kim, that's the nicest thing anyone has said to us, and that's so goddamn
He's
sad.
thinking, did I miss something? I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Okay, I will try the 3% perception check.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
You know what? This is the one thing that I didn't do.
You pull down his breeches. Marbling is present around the crotch. The penis has shrunk, crawling halfway back inside him. There is nothing mysterious or noteworthy here.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed in the flesh before you.
There's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast. Hey, wasn't there a giant ice bear sarcophagus below that building?
An absolutely colossal fridge still plugged in, literally in the shape of an ice bear.
Yes. Now, I've rarely been disappointed by the size of a giant ice bear fridge, but I think we should still take a look at it first. Make sure it's big enough before we carry him over.
Reasonable.
Let's move. With every hour, whatever we are looking for in the deceased will become harder to find.
Okay, let's roll. How do you get up there? Okay, fortunately, there's an entrance in right here. And I didn't turn off this one earlier. Go me.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its belly.
What do you think of this fridge, Kim? It looks to be enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
But the optics on this are awful, he thinks. We need to be as silent as we can. Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then? I'll take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
The 2 of you, easily. The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
Oh, God, Kim. Oh, honey, sweetheart. Everybody shits on the bear until they have a body? What? The ice cream machine... The ice cream machine looks like it's melted. I did try that earlier today. I apparently need a really specific tool.
You've definitely earned a drink after this. Perhaps even some pagan rites.
No, not really. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This story does not leave this room. Did we, though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Do I have anything that will let me change my... Oh, I can actually... I have a skill point! Perception! You know what? It went up nearly 10%. It's a third. 1 in 3 chance, baby. Kim and Harry and everyone else like, what a stupid thing to make a bear fridge. Well, who looks stupid now? Yeah, still the ice bear fridge.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silver in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
Quickly grab that.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Oh yes, Kobo me Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yes, but to where?
Just a small gulp away. my beloved Kobo.
There's something in his stomach.
Oh yeah, it's all right. I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my mimic.
Thank you. What's on this shelf? I don't think I've seen it before. I will give the thing another try. But I'm pretty sure it specifically says that... anything in here? I will... Ooh, that's health. Sweet. Take all that. I'm pretty sure it explicitly says, even if you have the pry bar in hand, that you're at disadvantage because you have...
This orange machine is dead still.
Yeah, pry bar
It
not
has
strong
a
enough.
hand-cranked ice cream churner.
Leave. Not doing anything with that then. What we can do, though, actually, is go and fetch my dice. Oh, wow. So this is what it looks like if you're not holding the flashlight. Okay, hang on. That's really hard to navigate.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Oh, I can... Why hasn't her business failed? Why not?
A gust of cold air sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated.
Ooh.
For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
This is just this is still just theory, but hear me out. I think I know why your business hasn't failed.
Didn't we already talk about this?
Ah, it's because you're not in the same building. This isn't technically.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
Ah. Okay, it's kind of theoretical. I still think it's capitalism that's cursed, but...
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
It has a different address in the heart of the city.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
I mean, no, we still live under capitalism.
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces
of capitalism.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. Okay, I'll
It's
ask.
a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Interesting.
It wasn't just a jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
I mean, I like this chimney.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed.
I mean, it's also that,
It's
yeah.
such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
How very meta.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. some alternative ending, or an entirely different world.
Deeply meta.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer. Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die.
And just like that, you can't wait for D&D so you can be one of you. so you can make one of your players duck again? Is this that one episode of Community?
Here's your amber die.
I will look at it.
There appears to be a small fly embedded within. It's like looking into a lost little world.
Okay, yeah. Can I order another die?
I'm sorry. I'm a bit overloaded just now, so I can only produce 1 die per customer.
Oh! Oh, so you can be one of your players duck again. Right, sorry. The phrasing of that makes it look like a typo. I understand. He has a duck familiar and you play the ducks and you do sassy quacks. Amazing. Okay, thank you. Ooh. Unusual 13-sided die is made of amber. A fossilized mosquito has been trapped inside, legs bent underneath the weight of eternal rest. Look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. What? Okay, I think most logical plays. I also want to know if that's opened up more details. You know England very well? Legit. To be fair, I also don't England very well. We open this door? Oh yeah, what's my thought cabinet now? Precarious world. Oh shit, all red checks failed? It seems like the point of this game is victory, the absence of defeat on all fronts. Victory in business ventures and creative undertakings, victory in love and over other people, political victory, ideological victory, hell, even sexual victory. Definitely a lot of object-based victories too, having things and not losing them. One problem though, not a lot of victors in sight. Everyone's mostly losing. Why is that? How do you not lose? It'd be kind of fun with that one. How do I need to load... Do I unlock these with... Okay, next time I level up, I'm going to come in the thought bunker first. Okay, you have postcards. What do we actually have in here? Gift books, molten candy. Old sports magazines. Sorry, we don't need to be holding a flashlight or this. Give me turn back out. Why not?
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types
Oh
of
no!
games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Reál-related merchandise.
Oh no. Oh no, I'm doomed.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure, or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography.
The hilarious thing is, they've clearly tried to go for slightly atypical board game names, but there is legitimately a board game called Viticulture.
Raubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family?
Kim, do you want to play board games?
Are you actually friends? Or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance?
Friends are technically like family.
She fiddles with a pendant.
For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 Reál.
I don't have enough. I will be... Okay, I'm going to get Suzerainty. I'm gonna get the Civ board game. That is my goal now.
Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all.
Yes, well, you possess no imagination.
I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have
I'm so... What the...
where they
What
try
the
to summon
fuck?
entities. Highly immoral stuff.
You are an
You
occult
can survive-
enthusiast. You were you were an occult enthusiast. This is... You literally have occult imagery hanging in your shop to ward off a goddamn curse, you hypocritical dick.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium.
I'm so
Second
fucking here for
edition.
this.
There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Reál, Cavern of Velkrag.
Oh, fun.
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books? There's a box that says Reál, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements module.
Amazing.
The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25 Reál. That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah, for reference, like the goddamned hotel room is 20 Reál.
Nonsense for anemic Beanoclards.
Fuck is a Beanoclard?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundal.
Okay, I'm looking for a specific thing. I'm looking for a map. Like, you sell so much nonsense here. What is this?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series.
Oh no.
A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Binoclard is basically 4 eyes. Good lord. Like binocular. Binoclard. It's a tome of fascist magic. Oh, grim.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell. Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by
There we
small
go.
pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revichol, and a map of Martinez. The north coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperance. Countless bridges put the shards back together, connecting city blocks to river islands. La Delta says a great artificial heart in the center, teeming with life forms and construction. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin, Stella Marie, the suburbs of Saint-Baptiste, swallowed up into the megacity. They sound rich to you. This is Revichol East.
Kirkwood, thank you very much. I do indeed have a drink on hand due to the heat and being near... What heat? It's not that warm. Anyway, thank you very much for the hydrate. I will do that now. Appreciate it.
Huron, it's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, wait. There it is. North of Jamrock, the strip of coast next to the Greater Revichol Industrial Harbour. It looks downright despondent. It's almost Coal City, to be honest. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. Rain falls on its slick black streets. And then there's the burnt-out quarter in the heart of Jamrock. Is it cold in this bookstore? Or is it just you? No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have. But it's still something. Streets and sodium lights, the sky, the world. You're still alive.
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them.
Really talking yourself out of any
They're
sales.
quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
You seem to underestimate my resources, but sure,
Yes,
okay.
yes. Are you interested or not?
Steal it. Tempting, but no.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally, coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
For a more detailed view of the map, go to your...
Thank you. Map. There we go. Oh, and actually it shows, so there's a broken window. Oh, okay, broken window is on the thing. Backyard wall. Oh, so these are actually things I've done that are currently unlocked, I guess. So, yeah, Kuno's empathy challenge is still legendary. I could probably do the visual calculus on the broken window. I mean, I might as well. Medium. Oh, conceptual. Yeah, fuck Measure Head. Okay, a lot of these are still just challenging. Okay, I'll do that one when I go to bed tonight then. Okay. Didn't get any skill points there. Okay, let's go down the stairs. Come on, let's go. It's 10 degrees at the moment. Your office is about 16 plus due to computer and body heat. I mean, that sounds like a pleasant outcome, to be honest. Right, what else do I need to do? Ah, wait, I've got... So the other thing I want to do tonight is that the board games are going to be like a long-term thing. But I've got some tear, so I'll drop that off. Doobadoo. I also... no, nothing there. I've known you long enough to know that anything above room temperature turns you into a puddle. Fair.
The tear machine stands at your bottles clunk. Do you know what you should do?
Shut up. Okay. I also think I need to do this.
Is this about the questions again?
Yes.
'Cause I don't really know anything.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Rolls up the giant novelty check. Looks like she's seen it before and slips it under the
Anything
counter.
else?
Blow the whole thing on speed and gin right now.
No. Right, let's deal with Gart. Let's get Gart on side. You have anything more to say?
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the Hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Fuck off, what the hell?
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Okay, we met fairly few other women. In fact, you know what? I wonder. Hang on. We're going to do some experimenting. Can I get in this door with a crowbar?
You see a heavy steel. The door does not.
Can I use the... this is kind of a point-and-click adventure. I want to know why the... I want to know, can I open the door with a pry bar?
Can I help you? Got the 20 real?
Yep,
Good.
here you go.
You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Gotcha, thank you. You know anything about history? I asked you, didn't I?
Hello, dear. There you are again.
Yeah, no, so that's not helpful. You can't speak. You speak some, but not enough English. Right, anything more I can say to you?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Okay, not even worth going into it. Actually, wait, what am I doing? Maybe there is. Maybe there is. Hang on, let me fully become dramatic. Strip down into my most dramatic gear. What the hell does Half-Life do? Half-Light, even. Threaten people. Interesting. Fight or flight response. Maybe. Less savoir-faire. I'm just trying to work out what's useful right now. Think of the nose as stun with mental panache. Okay, not as useful. Okay, let's go for this. Let's see if this does anything. Let's at least provoke a little bit.
The circus left town.
Yeah. Shut up.
The clowns are still here. The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
I mean, we're cops. It's a murder. Put the two together, buddy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Container belt? Like we use in the harbor?
Yes, why?
Because we took it from the harbor where we work. Then we went out back and used it to hang him.
Wait, what the fuck?
As he speaks, his fists contract, going through the pulling motion again, savoring it.
Good job, yeah, exactly.
We did this together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why there's a container belt around.
He definitely died before. Yeah, they're trying to take the heat off somebody.
Goddamn right.
No, these 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Interesting. Okay, let's probe this a bit.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise
3.
électrique is the method of capital punishment in Revichon under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, it used to be the firing squad.
Grim.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Okay, we'll skip over that.
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Honestly, none of these. Like, definitely not this one. I'm just doing my job. I mean, not a great option. What we do is different. We enforce the law. I mean, this is probably the most honest one. This is like there is a distinction between police engaging in activity versus like vigilante mob attack. Like that is there is a distinction there. Like that 3 is probably the best I can get.
But you see, a lawman is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Okay, who called the
Are
shots?
You deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys.
Hey, Castor! Hello. Welcome in. Kale, could we get a shout out for Castor? Welcome, but hope you're doing very well, buddy. Thank you very much for bringing your community along. It's an absolute pleasure to have you here. You were playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of the Sky. Broadly similar to Disco Elysium. You know, lots about investigation. Few less hangings, I imagine. But yes, hello. For anybody who has not seen me before, I'm Loxley, Sailor of Strategy, the Capri Card Shark, the board game goat. Here I play lots of board game, card game, and tabletop role-playing game content. And also occasionally do a little bit of fighting on a Saturday night. So yeah, as you can see, we are playing Disco Elysium. We are just, we're getting the red herring, is what I will say. Right now, how's Disco? Elizabeth is great. Elizabeth, I'm enjoying her. She is pretty damn cool. Disco's really cool. I'm into day 2. I've only just got the body down. But we've also got people who are confessing, which seems real suspicious, but that's almost certainly because the guy was already dead when they strung him up. There's a few conventions that I can see of detective fiction. It's more just piecing it together.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of a smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
The plot thickens, indeed.
Who do you fucking think does?
Oh, the Never Squid, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. I hope you have a wonderful time. The biggest animal dominates the herd. Gangs usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. Everard Clare runs the union. Yeah, that's to him, right? You're mostly lurking. That's absolutely fine. There is absolutely no problem. I love when people lurk. Like, you know, you do not have to feel obliged to take part. I am just really enjoy talking to people. I like the sound of my own voice. It's it worked well for me. But yeah, thank you very much for the lurk. I hope you have a wonderful time, and thank you for sharing your time with me. I hope that you enjoy my comments on this game and the amazing voice acting. Okay. Let me see. Neither of these two. We like the sound of your voice too. It's why you make me talk. That is fair. Oh, this is a good one. So, you enjoy the VA for the inner voice a lot. This is his first role. No! This is his first role? Holy shit, he's amazing. You mean he's got like the kind of same throaty baritone that Idris Elba brings to a lot of roles. It's absolutely amazing. Okay, I wonder, should we go for... I'm torn between Elizabeth, Everard, and the 8 hard... You know what? This is gonna be the one to trigger. Yeah, let's go for
Titus, no one was thinking.
Longhead one breaks in.
That there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it.
Yeah.
Titus won't let him.
No. Fuck no! The big dick. is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all.
Okay. Why did you kill him?
'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a merc, that's it.
And he stepped out of line.
Your clump's shut like a
What
vine.
kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
Okay, so you got that. He's a Pinkerton. Yeah, probably.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
Yeah?
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Okay. How do you know he was in Special Forces?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm RNA's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some RNA's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Shit.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
Point.
He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
I mean, I'm not denying he was a piece of shit. He attacked the Hardy girl, and that's why she killed him.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Okay, we're going to go into this.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
So who was the girl who was attacked?
There's something odd here.
Yeah.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
He was already dead when they carried him.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up.
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Weren't you listening?
Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Even though you said that he got hit by a wine bottle. Yeah. He didn't even get hit with a club. He got hit by an elbow.
Samaran boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves, originating from the Samaran Isola. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool.
Which none of you are.
He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details.
Okay, composure.
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch, definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
That tracks.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there. Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Okay. This one, he's sweating profusely, and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Hey, you. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
Ooh. Oh, we've got something. We got another one. Empathy? Ooh, maybe empathy, maybe drama. Look a fat person, kick his ass. Physical instrument then. I'm thinking empathy or drama. Like, drama's pretty high already, but like, this is all about detecting the lies. No fat phobia in your house? I mean, solidarity, buddy. I'm right there with you. Fuck it, drama. Fuck it, we bought... Oh, wait, hang on, I was going to do a thing. Is this how I unlock these? This is how I unlock these. Unfortunately, I'd rather have drama right now. Get level up. There's something you're not telling me.
Too, Copper.
Drama's one of your fave facets? I mean...
We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
He does now. Caster, I hate to... I'm unsurprised that anybody in this chat is not deeply and intimately... is intimately familiar and enthusiastic about drama in one way or another. It calls you sire. What a prick. You love it.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
He's trying to look out for a few people.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder.
Like what, Copper?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
They call me drama. Audio drama.
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Except you said he'd been coming into the bar.
Yeah. Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
By the Pines Co., you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
What are we going to do now?
Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Establish authority. This whole arc has such a Phoenix Wright energy. Love frustrating chuck out my chin with actual detective work. I'm not going to do that right now. I do think Joyce Messier may... Hello.
Rigorous
Ooh.
self-critique.
Fun.
Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will.
Fucking hell,
That's
I'm a monster.
Right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
And now, with that, let's see what bonuses I get. Int and Psi red check failures heal morale. Fizz and Mott red check failures heal 1 health. Learning cap for threatening threshold raised to 6. That's ironically one of the most useful, if most horrifying thoughts I've completed so far. Like, Mazovian socioeconomics, like, rough. This, I'm not going to have speed. I might get rid of this next time I level up. Bit away for level up. Okay. You got anything to say after that?
I've got nothing to say to you.
Okay.
Why are you wasting your time?
Why are you so aggressive?
You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Who just confessed to a murder?
Just dock workers. Do dock workers spy on the police? We'll let you off easy, miss. Don't think it will happen again.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Reál. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the union's plans?
Look, a comedian. Do your job, ask your questions, then get out of Martinez.
Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary.
I believe. Yep, that did indeed give me 4 experience points. Excellent. Okay. You know what? I think this is a good time to have a wander and talk to Joyce. See if she's got any new information. Yeah, I've got a lot of time for Elizabeth. She's fun. She knows history. Yeah, that's my thought. She also knew the victim, so I'm wondering if that might have an impact here. Also, just going to quickly wander around here. Oh, what's this?
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. Maybe there's something under it. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it. This building has hundreds of apartments. We'll just have to go in and see.
Okay, well that's that sorted. That was weirdly easy. Kind of weird I didn't recommend that. Whack your code, by the way? Okay, I will do. Nobody has yet commented on the fact that I keep wandering around with the crowbar, to be fair. Is there anything I can do? Can I do anything with this now?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Okay, so not going to have that happen.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
There we go. Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So you know something about the tattoos. You got to lay out. You'll see me Saturday? Yes, absolutely. Caster, I will see you on Saturday. Looking forward to playing more Across the Obelisk. If you're not already following me and Caster, I highly recommend you do so. They are a wonderful streamer who focuses on various games, as well as painting minis and TTRPGs and other artistic adventures. And I will be over on their channel on Saturday playing more Across the Obelisk. But yeah, thank you very much for swinging by, Caster. I hope you have a great evening.
Better not tie the fourth stay to the backstay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
She wants to answer the question. Protocol keeps her from it.
Okay, I've talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
He's an absolute dickbag.
Finally, time to choose sides.
I didn't.
Oh, come on now. He has his uses. How else would he have stayed in power all these years? Or wait, actually, corruption. That's how he's done it. Fantastic, Worm-like corruption.
Good pronunciation on
Into the
Worm.
bowels of the earth.
The position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick sides.
Yeah, I don't particularly like you either.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt Worm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
You're charismatic, and I do kind of dig that. But honestly, like, you're trying to get something out of me, and you're giving me absolute shit.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Yeah, but I'd like a bit of give and take here.
She'll like you for it.
You tell Thatcher nothing. Agreed. I could just absolutely lie to her. I mean, I can give her actively wrong information. I told him to stop putting booze in the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Unimportant.
You're right, Detective. That whole undertaking was very unimportant. Why did we do it?
An act born of sympathy for the working man.
Very curious. A very curious thing to do.
Truly. But that's how he operates. He just does things, man, and then talks about them, even if it's inappropriate.
I'm lying, Kim,
A
dear.
strange equanimity has overtaken the lieutenant. He's just
God.
going with the flow now.
I'm sorry, Kim.
What else? Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat. Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Nope. Both of you trying to play me to your own ends, and I'm having nothing to do with it. Gotta get that tear. I'll get in. Oh, hello. There's a yellow blob up there. What's that? Can I get round? Hang on. There we go. Right. Okay. The curtains shift just a little. Someone's watching from within. Ooh. Well, let's have... Is there anything else? Hang on. Is there anything else I need to do? Nothing that's particularly, like, essential. Okay, let's wander in here then. As we've got the key. Okay, so go straight out of the balcony. Eviction notice and missing pets are plastered on top of each other. Gleaming chemicals, smells of laundry detergent. Bit of graffiti. An old shoe rack, boots, sneakers, and old slippers. These shoes come in 3 different sizes. A loud rumbling snore comes from within. Okay, so I can't even interact with that door. Interesting. Oh, what's in the buckets? Ooh. Flip up glasses, you say? You know what? I'm okay with having less authority. I'm actively trying not to use the authority. Filthy boho, probably a narcomaniac. Nice. I'll take some logic. Why not? Yeah, this is a look. Someone's drawn a 5-pointed star on the wall.
Just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Oh.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mezov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
They're kind of like the sickle and hammer.
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. Because white is the color of peace.
Okay, I like that.
Gone. Gone is the glory of hope. Only the scribblings of impoverished students remain in dirty hallways. You are the big communism builder now. It's you or no one.
Door number 9 is locked. Oh, hello. Apartment 8, their mailbox is overflowing. What's in this parcel? Money! Foreclosed by Martinez Realty Associates. A firing squad for the rich. I think this is a squat.
Give me a moment.
An elderly woman is leaning on her broom, her knuckles white as bone. She seems to be having difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
She starts coughing, red spots appearing on her cheeks. Right.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Yep.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways.
Clever woman.
If you can call it living.
She
I've
spits
a
on the
little
floor.
room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world.
And all she gets, too. The coastal wind beats down hard on the coal room door outside. Splashes of waves make the balcony slippery. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
I'm looking for a young male, mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, just want to talk to him.
Talk?
As cleaning lady starts laughing, it turns into a violent coughing spasm.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Ask away, policeman.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job,
Fair.
I assume.
She really doesn't like those nut jobs. Bad blood there.
People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone.
They probably just moved or died. Hopefully somewhere else.
What can you tell me about Cindy?
Artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response.
Okay. Let's crack the torch out. And have a look in this foreclosed apartment. "16 days of coldest April." The sea below looked cold and
A
winter
shift
grey.
in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor.
Rub my
A former
sides.
architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius. Is red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
The plan.
Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down.
Interesting.
It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room.
I have no idea if this is
She
useful.
had an eye for beauty.
Ah, and this is where the room got... Oh, wait, this used to be the toilet. Someone's tore down the wall. Ah, so I can't get in there. Oh, look, there's another fridge. Well, if we need to keep another dead body. An old ghostly list on the table and checks.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose an apartment with a hole in the wall?
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
Other stuff in the fridge. Okay. Bladder checked. Right, now, so I can go out into the main thing. Oh. Why would you hide money in your shoes? Anybody just come up here and steal them. Okay. I'm curious about Cindy. As the only other... as one of the few women characters, everybody is kind of... I'm curious about everybody who might be a Hardy girl. The door is locked, you can't get in. The chair's new, someone lives back there. Oh, fun. Good to know. Tarps flap in the wind. Forgotten hammers and nails rust. Hi, Cindy.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are.
That's right, we've evolved.
I can
Evolved.
see that. Cool mutations.
Money is a shoe and a witch thing. Oh, sorry. Sometimes you're supposed to carry found coins in your shoes. Oh. Well, I apologize to the witches who live in that flat.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
Studying the... Oh, interesting.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Piggy Boo. I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in...
Actually, there is a shortage of people.
We weren't put on this earth to make your...
Fair enough. Whose is this apartment? Or is this just another way? Oh, hello. Oh, this is the coal room. Oh, okay. Wait, what? Somebody's been sleeping here. Interesting. Enough coal spouts to last for several winters. Rats of the city. You give a full larder jar cornmeal as the base, and then you put whatever money you find in the jar. The cornmeal keeps the money off the floor and the jar, and keeps the family away from hard rhymes. Ah, nice. In here. Oh, look at those. How do they look? Oh, you know what? They are not bad. They are not terrible. And I would like to... God ass. You're supposed to keep any found coins in your shoe or your left pocket. Huh. Since you made it, your financial troubles have been lessened. I'm glad. I'm going to read these tonight.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for sticking your hand into. Makes you look cool, calm, and collected. As your hand enters the pocket, your fingers brush against something. Soft, yet crinkly.
This isn't a coal chute.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time. By the way, the raw materials were most likely exported from Seaguy, the apricot suzerainty, and processed in Sur-le-Clay into the apricot-flavored chewing gum, loved by kids of today and yesterday. Something about it is familiar, and not only to your fingers. A crinkled chewing gum wrapper. The worn label reads, Tutti Frutti. It smells faintly of apricots with a barely noticeable twinge of cinnamon.
Okay.
You feel compelled to point out that there's nothing fruity about cinnamon. It's a spice derived from tree bark. Can a used wrapper shrug? Seems like that's what the wrapper is doing somehow. This is not about flowers or bark.
Okay, let's get to the point then.
Question. There is no answer or secret phrase written on the inside of the wrapper. Yet you're drawn to it, drawn by regret. Stop before you hurt yourself with a Tutti Frutti wrapper. Throw it away, please. You carefully fold the wrapper into a square before putting it back into your pocket, lovingly even, despite the strange feeling of regret.
Well, that sure was a thing. Let's crack out quickly the old pry bar. There we go. Well, that was an easy mystery to solve. Gonna keep the bag out because it's. I'm gonna put the torch away because I don't think I need it immediately.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that your bed in the cold room?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Does anyone in a city like this?
Fair enough.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens. Shoot, Piggy.
Okay, not much. Oh, hang on. What's in here? Meds. Oh no, plastic tear. That'll do.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened. A great force from the northeast fired into the city.
Heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol.
You appreciate how much in Revachol, everyone in Revachol hates cops. Yeah, I mean, it's entirely reasonable.
Acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Eesh.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did. Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
I mean, if the cops were an extension of this government that did this, I'm not surprised.
Underwater, iron helmets have sunk deep into the sand and the mud. Helmets of soldiers, and their finger bones too, and clavicles, littering the ocean floor. A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
They
massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
God, it's basically like a really obvious occupation.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscure the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
He does not like talking politics of this kind. He fears the discussion might lead to disagreements, as it often does.
Okay. Let's have a wander upstairs, and when I come back down... you're leaving me with a lurk as you go to play Apex Legends. I hope you have a good time. Have a fun one. Thank you for swinging by, Thurk. I really do appreciate it. The breaker box is full of cigarette butts and electric wires. Rosary, thyme, and a cactus. Okay. Oh, this one appears to be slightly different. Oh, what's this? That sounds like a pry bar thing. I was right. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Okay, I'm hoping... What does he say? 29... 30... Oh, I wonder what. Voices from within, singing along to some buoyant dance track. Complete silence. Whoever lives here isn't home. Let's start with this one.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? Tonight at 9 p.m., right here, apartment number 28.
Okay. Let's just have a chat with some... Oh, can I not chat with other people? Oh, apparently getting the answer from the old lady means I don't get to be shouted at by the locals. Which, you know what, probably saves me some time. I can still knock on these doors, though. This is open? Flashlight time. Actually, hang on. Care bag, just in case. Oh no. I can sell it. Moss crawls. The shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. But at least there was money left here. Go out. We close the door. There we go. I'm a polite man. Right, I'm going to check the communists last. I don't think there's anybody else I can go to. Nope. Let's see if there's anybody in here.
You hear someone walking around inside. Rearrange.
Oh, hang on. I need to... Put it away.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the door. You can feel tension on the other side. Sounded like a woman. A woman's shoes. A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
What? Who? What?
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clanking of heels again as the other side walks right up to the door. Her tone is now getting a defensive edge.
Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Reasonable.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Thanks, Logic. Appreciate.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says number 11. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply.
Okay.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
Oh, hang on. I actually have a... Oh, no, continue. I have better chances of interfacing still.
This door has been closed with a padlock.
There we go, 58% chance.
What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Kim pointed out the shackle. Wonderful. God damn it. Thank you, Kim. You're so wonderful.
What are you doing?
What the hell?
You're trying...
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
Okay, and he's put points into interfacing. Fine. Oh wait, hang on. I want to check the balcony again. I want to see if can I actually just not do anything with those doors up there? Are they just permanently? I guess like if they're just empty, they're empty. But okay, fine. What was this? Money. Doing pretty well on the old funds today. Right. What else do I need to do? Prove your authority to Okay. Call your station's Lazarus. Ah, that's what I need to do. There's a thing to do.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuse.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Please collect me to Station 41's Lazarus.
It will take just a moment, officer.
Her voices fade out into the familiar radio static.
Gottlieb, what do you want?
He's carelessly chewing on a piece of hard candy.
Oh, it's you. With all the damage you've been dealing yourself with drugs and alcohol, I'm not surprised.
Okay, anything else?
What else? I'm not a brain doctor. Look on the bright side. You've got a whole new life now. Use it wisely.
It's hard to say if he doesn't believe you or doesn't care.
What? You want me to do blood work for you again? Tell you just how bad things really are across the board? You want another rundown of everything collapsing inside your body?
I mean, if I've got a new life, I might want to know how long it's got to it.
You want the real, honest-to-God truth? Stop drinking, eat magnesium and vitamin D. Our station is not a retirement home. We don't have the funds to deal with rock stars past their prime. And no, I don't want to hear a political commentary on the topic. In fact, I got work to do. Some idiot has glued his eyelids shut with cyanoacrylate.
What?
It looks like Mactorson.
I don't know who that is.
It's not fucking cryoactylate. It's super glue, Doc.
And you survived it. Congrats. Even better. Anything else? I wouldn't worry about that. Officers your age have coronary trouble all the time. Also, death is a natural part of life.
Have you got the vocal filter? Ah, they did, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
I'm guessing... No, that's not going to come back till tomorrow.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
I'm just curious what these do.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm.
No. That's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Probably best I walk away from this. Okay, what do we need to do? So we've got that. Call us back in a day. That's fine. Where is the rest of the armor? Oh god, do I have to actually know? Fine, I will ask fucking Kuno if he knows anything about the bloody armor. Hate Kuno. Any opportunity to talk to Kono is an opportunity I would like to avoid. At least not avoid.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
It's not even... Like, I should say this, but for fuck's sake, it's just not even worth it. Yeah, cool. Oh, for
Can't
God's
tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kipped.
This was a pleasant one after all.
Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Mm-hmm. Well, this conversation has gone pretty much exactly as expected it to go.
Kipped, kippity kipty kipped. Kippity kipped.
Enough.
It's like a little engine has come alive on the other side of the fence. An engine that only says kipped.
Kipped. All right. Shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do. The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come?
That fuck imp had one thing majorly wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
Interesting.
Do you remember how he looked? Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Meaning you tried it on and it didn't fit.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge. What are you? Fucking 80? When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno.
What are you,
Kuno doesn't
80?
give a
Me
shit
talking
about
all lots
material
casually.
shit.
Also,
Kuno's a fucking
Daisy
monkey.
talking to both of us.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cock and boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit? Came around pretending like he cares about cows?
The fuck are you talking about?
Yes, you met him at the gates. The one with the boots and the jolly smile.
Nice dude.
Yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Curious, my liege. Why did Kuno feed you this information?
Are you telling this out of the kind of your heart?
Yeah, Kuno's doing charity today. Kuno Day. Kuno feels sorry for you two loser pigs. Kuno's doing pity now.
Still, seems suspicious. He may have it in for that guy. Or you may be paranoid. That is also a possibility, sire.
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
That's a white check. Back down from Kuno. Talk to Kuno S. I mean, fuck it. Try it.
What's going on? Like you don't have enough on your plate. You feel a sudden surge of self-pity coming on.
Trying to fuck at the Kuno. Trying to fuck.
Kuno gonna.
Normal is not what we got here.
Kuno doesn't.
Right, cool. Bye. You tedious child. I really just like any time I have to interact with you. But hey, I get to speak with Manana. He seems pretty chill. Like that guy. He seems to know something about the armor? Sweet. Let's do this. Manana, buddy. Get past the tedious scabs.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Kuno told you were supposed to know about the armor.
The little boy had the good on his promise.
His promise?
To get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. Not mine.
Okay.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know. Track it down, see who took it.
Oh, wait. Why doesn't the Union know who took it?
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. Buy us a few more days under the sun, you know? So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, and the cop's in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes.
So Kuno uses to what? Scare you?
It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweeter then.
Okay, what did you learn from the probe?
I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union man about some armor.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part.
Okay, tell me more.
I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how it comes off.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. Too hard to remove. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia.
Sounds like us.
Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
You know what? We're going to be ambitious.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them, and I would leave the boots to processing, but okay. Let's find all of it.
It's implied he finds it unlikely that you will succeed in this.
I mean, reasonable.
Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you.
Thank you for your
No
correction.
problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Any more
The
here?
mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
Okay. This guy doesn't necessarily seem to know that, like, not all the parts are talking to each other.
What a thought. Why would noble workers resort to your dead guy? Was an enemy combatant. He was an agent of the opposition. I ain't the murdering type, but that's just...
He's not lying. He means a more violent faction.
Understood. This has been of limited use.
No problem. I would...
Fair enough. Well, you know what? There was something up here. Well, let's dick about. We got like 5 hours to kill. I could read a book, but you know. Ooh, what's this is new? A giant ash print on the pillow with a pad of cotton coffee rings on the armrest. Try it. Why not?
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
What the hell? Why is this so high? Hang on. If we're doing interfacing... les gloves.
The already familiar cold touch of plastic welcomes you as you pick up the handset.
Okay. Heard your name, long way home, amber dye. Okay, sure, go for it.
It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Right now, your finger is just drawing vaguely occult patterns in the air.
Wow, I just really failed that roll.
Undoubtedly, no. Sure, why not? Nothing tricky about that. You just do, fail, repeat.
Well, I tried. On gloves, there we go. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's go down here. Oh, actually managed to get down those stairs. Right. Where the fuck is my badge? Where could it be? You know what, Kim? We got some time to kill. You know what I think we should do? We should lean in.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
Yeah, I'm going to come back for the other one when I have money. Oh, I can actually interact with it.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic.
Oh, I love the plastic on new board games.
The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals. The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance. There's a hiss as the lid slides off.
It's a satisfying
Inside,
hiss.
You find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
I love this.
Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Yes. Fucking love this.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Okay, this is, you know what? There is somebody who really likes board games who made this game, and they're just like, oh, that's all the satisfying stuff.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources.
Everything about this sounds great.
From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Semenine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Uh-huh.
Oh, those are nice.
Oh my god, Kim, do you actually want to play this?
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying tsk as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them?
Oh my god, Kim, yes, you definitely want to play this.
You hold the open game box before you. Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Economic strategy, more like rapacious plunder and exploitation.
The colourful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling.
God, I can absolutely think of a lot of the games that are being parodied here.
You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
Oh no, I have to know. Also, if anybody knew this board game was here, you had to know this was coming. There was never a way for me to for them to offer me a goddamn board game in game and for me not to engage with that as a mechanic.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
Okay, how do you do this? I bet. Do you know what? I'm gonna Google this. I wonder if somebody's actually created this game for real. Suzerainty board game. There is actually a suzerain board game on Board Game Geek. That's fun. Board game time. Yes, Jack. I've done the most important thing I will do in this run, which is buy the board game. Right. How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource.
Mm-hmm.
Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers.
It's a worker placement game!
Fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol.
Argue playing it with Kim is the peak most important. Next thing I'm doing. It's a worker placement game. This is absolutely my jam.
Boring, boring, boring. Tear up this rulebook and commit some old school atrocities.
Shut up. Okay. As
the actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
To be fair, I have played games like that. Seven Wonders, one of my favorite games. Oh my god, that game is Byzantine. It is final victory point compilation.
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours. I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
Intriguing components. I'm going to keep... Kim, this is my end game now.
What is this?
Fuck yes!
If not an elaborate game? You need logical inference, attention to detail, the ability to analyze your opponent's motives.
Carcassonne is the same gigantic amount of final math. That is fair. Yeah, to be honest, that's why I play it on Board Game Arena, where the computer does all the maths for you.
I do feel like my thinking has become somewhat rigid. Maybe a little diversion to keep the mind limber is just what's in order.
I do love that we're just turning this woman's bookshop into a board game cafe.
See? He's doing the hard work himself. All he needed was a little nudge.
All right, you've convinced me. How do we play?
Okay, I could actually have the... I read the rules already.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you.
Amazing. I love this.
In the center is the crown of Revachol. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Semenine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza.
Okay.
There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress, in case you need to put the game away and return to it later.
Oh, that's a clever little mechanic.
The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board, and the others to the Semenine Islands.
All right, detective, your turn.
Oh my god, do I actually get to play?
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away, or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns?
You know what? Let's do a little bit of setup.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
Okay, make them work a
That's
little.
more like it. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources. Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Glower silently.
Don't worry, it was mostly just luck. You'll earn some points soon enough. Points are nothing. They don't exist. They're just an arbitrary convention that games use to reward or punish players for certain behaviors.
It's true.
Now, I believe it's your turn.
Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts. Those aren't your only options. You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Sure, but is there actually a mechanic for that?
Sure. You can do that. It's just not a terribly effective strategy, but then it's up to you.
I'm going to
Who
fulfill a
cares
contract.
about workers or territories when the real action is in Revachol? You spend your turns fulfilling contracts for sweet coins and one-time bonuses. After several turns, you have a neat pile of cardboard coins and several units of archaeological treasure, which you trade in to build a museum. You place a cylindrical piece of wood on the Revachol section in the middle of the board. It's meant to stand in for a beautifully adorned edifice filled with ancient wonders. This is more or less what happened in real life as well. To this day, if Ilmarans want to see their nation's priceless treasures, they have to visit Revachol, or Gottwald, or Sur-le-Clay.
That is actually a joke that is made about things like the British Museum.
Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points.
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safrey territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots.
I adore that this has become ASMR board gameplay.
How can you let the lieutenant dominate you like that? You need to hit back, and hard. For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramoritza, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens. You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. Oh yeah, baby. Cocaine and rock music go together like cocaine and rock music.
I mean, that is fair.
You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safrey in the middle of the last century.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safrey. By introducing cocaine into Safrey under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
That's fucked up.
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens each turn.
Ingenious how this board game interlude delivers you a concentrated dose of in-game historical lore. Yeah, it's great.
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules.
Oh, that's great.
You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Yeah, you know what? Sorry, Kim, you're not going to like this. The lieutenant's face goes stony as you take your turn. He does not appreciate you getting all his workers addicted to cocaine.
With each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins
as
his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens.
Goddamn, I hate it, but this is the kind of play I would do. I have played these games where I just like bleed opponents with cards, with certain cards that just like every turn.
Fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safrey. To this day, fully half of the former Safrey Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
More or less.
He's thinking less about Brass's historical wrongdoing and how to get out of the jam you've put him in.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit: protectionism. By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he hopes to starve you out of the market at the risk of incurring the suzerain's disfavor. The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might? Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself? Alternatively, you could throw the whole game away by trying to build a public education system for the children of your workers.
Oh, don't tell me in those terms.
The choice is yours.
Oh, I've got to do it.
There's a reason very few players ever attempt to build a public education system for their worker tokens. It's extremely expensive and never pays off by design.
I mean, that feels like bad design.
Your boondoggle nearly bankrupts the suzerain's treasury, and you suffer a significant penalty to your final score.
Yeah, but I had to do it for the bit.
Ouch.
I mean, true, you did say points are arbitrary.
The lieutenant opens his mouth, as if to issue a blistering retort, then hesitates.
You know, Detective, there's something admirable about that.
Oh.
Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself. You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication.
Oh, the joys of board games.
After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. -5 victory points. You'll be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful performance.
I have had this kind of experience in a board game.
I've got 20 points.
I mean, you know what? Fair play.
Well, there's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again.
To be fair, that only took an hour.
Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you. The suzerainty box is heavy and slightly awkward in...
Fantastic. I love that. That was amazing. Okay. There's always next time. After we're married, Kim. Okay. Let's have... Is there anything I'm missing? There's nothing particularly in the... There's nothing particularly in here. Like, I pretty much talked to every... In fact, there's somebody smoking on the roof. Can I speak to her?
The door is closed. This door can only be opened. Still no.
Okay. And this door doesn't open. This is my... Oh, hello. There's something new to... Kim, please don't judge me. Oh, Kim tries not to look at your broken... Okay.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the... Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
I'm sorry for
No
this.
problem, officer.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break them with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact. It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Bottle?
The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
What a stupid thing to do.
Much. But hey, at least you found your shoe. Not that it will keep you warm at night.
Okay, there was somebody smoking outside. I wonder... How do you get up there? Is that in her bedroom? crack out the crowbar. Sorry, Kim, I just need to... They should have sent a poet. Right, probably should close that door. Oh, hello. What's... Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Okay, fair enough. Okay, go downstairs. Yeah, anything anybody wants to have a quick look at? Because I don't see anything... There's nothing that's kind of jumping out as something that I need to be doing immediately. Oh, Kuno lied to me. Return and confront him. Sure. You're back. You were tidying up? Okay, hope that went well.
Fuck does Kuno care? So?
He said to thank you. Wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway.
Fuck, okay. Kuno's a giver like that, yes?
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
Whatever,
What is
kid.
this? Trying to be cool with your new asshole? Kuno was just being nice to you. You got fucked bad. Now live after this shit. You better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
I'd say always a pleasure, but honestly, just ever a chore. Let me see. Hang on, let's have a look at the map. Oh, you know what? As I've got a bit of time. Okay, I'm going to quickly run to the... I'm going to run to the pawn shop, sell any excesses. And then I will probably... I don't know. I might just finish off by reading some of the case notes. Here we go. Let's sell some stuff.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help. Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Pawn that. If I need money at a short notice. Okay. That's everything I need to sell. No.
Another time, perhaps.
I mean, you know, better than nothing. Oh, what's this?
Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers.
It's a nerd shirt.
Is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Heimdall burning. The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
It's the man from Heimdall.
Walking away from his burning village. Yes.
Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you didn't recognize the figure in the print. Lie, sire, for no reason.
That's very sad, man. Then you missed out on some pretty well executed, albeit repetitive, adventure literature. The man from Yelmdale is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotler, mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD.
So it's Kodan.
In fact, most people don't think that man from Yelmdale ever really existed, but they are wrong.
Okay.
Helmdall isn't a real place.
Neither is the man a real man, of course. But both the man and Helmdall are an ontological necessity. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about.
Wow. What?
Yeah, sorry, gotta dig into this.
Even if the man from Helmdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really.
Okay.
You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdall, and watched northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there.
Oh, okay, you're just an old hippie. I
This
forgot
theory
this.
isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity.
Right.
Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say.
Okay, sure.
To Reál.
That's dirt cheap.
You should.
Physical instruments and shivers. Oh, yes,
Welcome to Helmdall,
absolutely.
officer.
I mean, this is drama, but honestly, everything else is actually about that is pretty cool. Shivers is pretty good, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the look. Why am I wearing this? Inland Empire, sure. Like, I've already got, like, super high drama, to be fair. Yeah, my drama's already 6. Actually, my physical instrument and shivers are doing pretty well. Let's have a look at some of the stuff.
Boomboxes wait on the shelves, and you're...
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music. Is the Harman Welshi W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm,
Interesting.
8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 Reál.
I'm glad to know it's there. I may come back for it.
You see rows of...
Anything else? Oh, yes, this sign. How much is the lamp?
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among a...
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order. 700 Reál. A bargain,
Oof.
I dare say.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary, indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
If we can ever get 700 Reál, I'll think about it. There was a jacket over here. How much is this jacket?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
Oh no, that's
Keep wearing those
Itchy
clothes,
Pants.
keep saving
I
that
could
economy.
definitely make it make myself quite fighty at this point. There's definitely a jacket
The
you had.
speakers below are banged up and worthless. These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable Faun Ultras. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, Solidarity Aid from the People's Republic of Samara. The speakers...
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers.
Don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash. That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
Okay, we're gonna lean in on
No
this.
way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
That's why I want them. I think I might be lo-fi socialist junk myself.
No, officer. You're a high-class policeman who accepts nothing less than the best. Lucky for you, I've got the best on sale. Well, if you want them, but see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go?
I love that I'm
premium
arguing
lifestyle
about this.
sneakers on the
Tapping
ground.
watch? Yes, I know. I'm just doing a few little bits.
On the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could...
Damn. So you have to buy the sneakers first.
Clever.
A pair of Found Ultras.
Those sneakers, mister.
Only? That's madness.
Cool. That's sorted. Definitely a jacket you had. Oh, I didn't want to...
The speakers...
Leave.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Who packaged your selling have humanitarian aid
You
written
mean
on?
these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook? No...
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral hassle.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy. What?
A convincing performance. Bravo.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain.
Interesting.
No need to dress this one up.
Oh, wait, no, no.
Are you trying?
Sorry, detective. Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. No need for discounts at ceilings, officer. Everything's already on sale. Anything you want.
But did he first mark them up 100%, just so that he could put them on sale?
My man, you know how the game is played. You and me, we should work together. Would anything for you.
There's a pile of cheap
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the...
Abort. These are hideous.
Damn, officer.
They're perfect for conceal.
No, you are definitely not buying those.
Are you sure? But they look so good on you.
No, we're walking away from this. I see a bin round here where I can get tear. Okay. Oh, I have a skill point. In fact, I'm not going to level up. I am going to... There was something that was really rubbish. This is crap. We trust Kim and his fashion advice. Yeah, I'm going to forget this. Forget thought for 1 point. Thought will be lost forever. I guess... No, this is literally no use at all. Okay, I'm going to let chat decide. Do we want to think about the disappeared pop star? Or do we or disco star, I should say? Or do we want to think about the precarious world? I kind of want to do this one. We want to do this one? All my red checks are going to fail. Precarious world. Thank you, Kale. Cool, so... For 4 hours, all my red checks are going to fail, but you know what? I could actually do some reading. So I'm wary about doing this because I'm aware that like the interactions of the game are a significant part of the game. But it's 6 o'clock, I've got 3 hours to kill, and one way the game has said that you can kill time is by reading a book. So what I'm going to do is probably read through either my ledger, possibly La Fumée, a radical Mazovian perspective, or maybe the coldest 16 days of April. But yeah, so do people want me to read those books off stream, or and come back at 9 o'clock to speak to the guy in the apartment, or do you want to experience the wonders of literature on stream with me? I have no authority. So very little reaction speed. Just gonna think about that. Let people think about that whilst I quickly find somebody. The books are interesting, though some are more interesting than others. Ooh, interesting.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of...
What books do I have? I have La Fumée, so the communist book, and this book, 16 Days in Cold as April. Psychological realism. I'd be honest, I'd probably start with La Fumée, or just my ledger. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. If we go to here. But yeah, I'm going to really find somewhere to write, something to read. My ledger is a whole trip. Oh, now that's what we're going to have to look at next. We are definitely going to have to pick that up on Tuesday next week. There we go. Because this weekend, we actually have a bit of a full weekend for you this weekend. Saturday is going to be, I am on the Neon Casters channel. In fact, I'm just going to quickly give Caster another quick shout out, which is it shout out? Yes, it is. Why are you doing that? The Neon Caster. Yeah, go follow Neoncaster if you are not already. They're great. They're a very good friend of mine. I will be over on their channel on Saturday playing Across the Obelisk, a card game, roguelike deck builder co-op, which is really fun with myself and ongoing nemesis of the channel, Bjorn. And then, because Saturday can't be Saturday is moving to Sunday. So I will be continuing to delve into... what am I talking about? Delve into Hallownest in Hollow Knight on Sunday evening. I do hope you join me for one or indeed both of those. In the meantime... I'm just going to quickly find somewhere to... Oh, what happened there? Priyesh Jai, thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Welcome to the Gremlin Cult. I hope you have a wonderful time here. What have we got? Who is streaming right now? You know what? Lady Belvoir, who is somebody I have... collabed with before. Really enjoy their stuff. I used to raid into them after I was playing a different thing. They're playing Left 4 Dead, so a little bit more high energy than we've got right now. But you know what? Maybe some of you all need that. But yeah, I've not raided them for a while, so we're going to go and do that. Whew, good lord. It has been an evening. I'm going to go and have a lovely lie down. I will send you over to Lady Beaver, because that's the correct spelling. Blame the Romans, the Norman. I'm going to go to bed. Good lord. In the meantime, I've been Loxley, Sailor of Strashy, the Capri Card Shark, the Board Game Goat. Have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourselves. And ta-ra. I'm going to sleep. Don't worry. Bye. Eventually. Where's the ending button? Oh, God. Sometimes I... Yeah, absolute rip. That just completely got away from myself. God bless. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Have a good evening, folks. Ta-ra.